Hello everyone and welcome back to Patrician 4. Last time we did some stuff with automated trading and we've set up trade route between Stockholm and Lubeck. Right now we still are building one of the two ships that we wanted to construct, and it looks like the port of Stockholm is really shoddy in its ship construction section. So we're just going to kind of deal with that for now. But right now, from the looks of it, we're actually not producing enough salt and hemp to match our output with the amount that's being sold at the city of Stockholm. So what we're going to do is that we're going to try to increase our faction's reputation here in Lubeck so that we can get a permission form from the guild, which is, I believe, yeah, right here, which will allow us to produce goods inside Lubeck. So with that said, we're just going to do this thing again where we essentially go to the priest at the church and essentially just hand him like sackfuls and sackfuls of money.
Very good. You have improved your reputation. Your convoy now has a much greater cargo capacity.
Yeah. So, yeah, we do need to get that to 50, so we're just going to have to keep donating money. The other thing that we could do to it is we can actually take up one of these missions that the ship or the city actually offers. So for example, this one, we can essentially lend money to the city and it will be able to give us that money back, and I believe as soon as it does, it will be able to give us a little bit of reputation back along with the amount that we kind of loaned it. For now, it's yeah, it's going to be a little while before we can fully get their reputation up to 40%. In the meantime, what we can do to just kind of increase that is that we can get our Herder Sea Fleet, which is essentially just one boat, to bring back some wood and, from the looks of it, some fish to Stockholm. So let's go over here. Let's buy like 26 wood, and let's just send that back. We'll make a profit on the wood, as well as hopefully giving us enough reputation to make sure that Lubeck becomes ours. Sell the wood. Doesn't look like that did anything, unfortunately. So let's go back to the minister here, pump and fill with cash. And hopefully in a little bit we'll be able to get our reputation up to 40%. Oh, 39, so close now. Come on, one more. Yeah, it's gonna take us a little bit to do that. We might as well make another run to Oslo. I guess if we have enough wood to sell to the people of Lubeck, we should be able to get that set up. And besides, we're making enough money from our automated trade routes so that we can just kind of play around with the stuff here for a little bit. Let's get our people over here and make sure Lubeck is in the good books with us. Sell all these things again. Reputation has increased. Perfect. And I think two more donate. Yeah, there we go. So now it's at 40. We're going to go to the guild. We're going to acquire that permit to build production buildings.
Now there is nothing to stop you from...
And that will allow us to produce things inside Lubeck. With that said, we are going to wait on just a few more trade runs from Lubeck to Stockholm, simply because we do need to be able to fully saturate this place before we do anything else. And to just kind of help out with that, I'm actually going to lower the amount of money that we sell salt for to make it a little easier for us to kind of sell the vast majority of salt flowing there. So anyways, now that we have this permit, we can go to the architect here, and then we can build a few production facilities for 4 different resources, except for one, which would be the brewery, which is a special thing, I guess. Salt takes wood to build, and besides, the people inside the city produce enough salt for us, so I think we're good for that for now. But I'm going to be building a few hemp factories or hemp farms because they appear to be pretty good. So we do need to go outside of the town here, and we can actually extend these roads really far. But we're just going to build a little
You no
hemp
longer need to
plantation.
try to produce goods here. I have everything under control.
Yeah, and then the local merchants will actually stop you or try to stop you from building places simply because they control like these ones over here. So, yeah, some grain farms over here, some hemp farms over here as well. So we're going to get these two places set up. I believe we're going to be needing to build a few other buildings later on, such as worker housing, simply because we may not have enough
The
places
goods
manned by
produced in your new
people.
business will be delivered to your counting house daily. From there, you can do whatever you want with them.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, these hemp farms should produce quite a lot of hemp for quite cheap. Yeah, so they're going to be producing they're going to be producing 4.8 hemp per day, and I believe as soon as we get some more workers, that amount is actually going to increase. But anyways, that should give us a little bit of a boost there. So right now, our priority is just to kind of stock up on this whole hemp trade and get our little area here working a little bit faster as soon as we have the cash for building another little farm. And that might depend, yeah, that might depend on the amount of stuff that we're selling over here at Stockholm. So yeah, they still need a ton of hemp. We're going to try to produce that. But I really want my money back from that loan because we did loan Lubeck some cash. So yeah, we can also take up this this little task of increasing production inside Lubeck, which will essentially refund our money for. Oh, there we go. So now we have our money back. Let's go over here. Let's see if that increased production thing comes back. And it does, so we're going to accept it. There's also a courtship thing where we can essentially get a wife, but it's really painful in doing that simply because you need to like collect a whole like metric ton of stuff. And with
I have
money,
already told you a number of times that I do not appreciate your continuous expansion in my city. You are disturbing my business.
well, that's why we're going to have a merchant war with him and win. So, yeah, we're going to build ourselves a little hemp factory right there, and we're going to go around the surrounding towns, and we're essentially just going to collect the required materials for building that little thing. Probably going to need a lot of bricks, so we're just going to get that, ship that back to Lubeck. Looks like we're also going to have to ship down some wood, so we're just going to get that from Oslo, and then that should essentially complete our first ever plantation for producing goods. And depending on the type of plantation, the amounts of money required to actually sustain them is the actual the minimum sold on the market. So either way, we should be making a profit off of this place. Construction cannot start before we get those materials ready. So let's just check how much materials each place these things need. So they need a lot more wood and bricks because each and every little hemp factory costs quite a lot in terms of bricks. Let's just go over here, buy like a metric ton and ship them back simply because we are a wealthy merchant. And we can do that with ease. So sell those bricks and buy some wood. We also need to get some wood there. I think 40 wood? Yeah, there we go. And this should make the place rather powerful now. Yeah, so these places, yeah, they're being built now. I think it's only a matter of simply having enough people working in these little places before anything major happens. But right now, let's see, this place produces 24 units per day, so it'll produce some absurd amount per month, per month. And if we go over here, we can see that hemp production is 120 units in the last 10 days. I assume that's before we got our little setup here, so it might be actually more. Let's go to the counting house. Yeah, we're getting our own private stocks of about 28 units, which is pretty good. And all of that should be just essentially sailed off now, yeah. And how are things on the Stockholm end? So yeah, actually they have an overwhelmingly large majority of, like, yeah, they have a little too much hemp now, but I have a feeling that our goods are still being sold off all the way. So what we're going to do is that we're actually going to increase the amount that we sell hemp for. Actually, scratch that. We will actually tone this value down back to 61. So that should essentially set things up there. With that said, let's go to Aalborg, where we can hopefully make another smooth trade there. We're gonna form another merchant fleet. Come to Aalborg, check out what they need and what we have. So, from the looks of it, they also need quite a lot of salt, and we're going to set up a boat just to do that as well. They don't actually need anything else, which is rather strange. I would assume that they also need some hemp, but it looks like they have a ton of it going into their city, so they should be fine. With that said, let's get this fleet right here, and let's get it into Lubeck. So pirate fleets show up on the map, just kind of as this like little boat with the gray flag, with the black flag, sorry. And they will essentially try to camp outside the ports and outside of like major trade routes. And I don't know what exact mechanic actually makes them attack ships, but eventually we will be hit by them, unfortunately. It looks like, yeah, we're going to need another trading permit, so we're just going to have to get our reputation up here. Actually, I think I'll do that in another video, so I'll see you guys later on where we, well, actually, yeah, I guess I'll see you guys later on where we essentially expand to Aalborg, and later on where we take a look at some of the other mechanics. Till then, bye-bye.